Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here. Welcome back to another episode of Damo Does England. In episode number 3, we have a double header against Liverpool and Manchester City in two games that will definitely highlight if we're in the title race or not. We also have to cover through what has been a barren patch for us in front of goal, and of course, we have been absolutely FM'd in one of the worst FMings I've ever had. And we're going to recap all that for you now. If you are enjoying this new content, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, you can also check out our Wrexham save as well, which you can click on my name, subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to playlist, and you've got all those videos that you can binge watch as well. Let's get straight into the fact that we are not in a position to win the league at the moment, but Man City have just done us a favour to keep us in this title fight. As we currently sit, we sit 4th after 11 games on 22 points. It's not the greatest time, and we're going to explain why we're here in a second. Going to start with Manchester City first. They just played against Manchester United and lost for the first time this season, which is huge for us. Manchester United absolutely FMing them, which is great for us as well, and that means that winning today against Liverpool and then beating Man City in the second game of this episode could be monstrous for the title race this season. Let's get into what has been a barren patch since we've all last met, which was the Newcastle game. We beat Celtic 3-0. Now, I'm going to just explain what happened in this game. We started 4-3, not much happened. I went to the 4-2-3-1, dominated. They were lucky it was 3-0. You know, we had 2 shots, 1 on target, struggling, went 4-2-3-1, second half, bit of domination. I'm like, okay. I changed for the first time this season, out of not losing a game, I changed the system to the 4-2-3-1 from minute 1 against Bournemouth. We got slapped. They had 16 shots, we had similar possession, we did absolutely nothing. I tried even switching back to the 4-3-3. Nothing worked. We got slapped up. And it was like, oh, okay, that happened. We then went and played Newcastle in the Cabaret Cup, and this is not a game that I'm like overly concerned about. But yet again, we went 4-3-3. We had more of the ball, but yet again, we don't know how to score. We didn't know how to create. And in the last few games, putting the ball in the back of the net has been an issue. But mercifully, only lost 1-0. The board is still happy with that because they're not judging it. It is what it is. Then the worst FMing I ever have gotten on Football Manager without a joke. 26 shots, 14 on target, 3.11 XG, 75% possession. 0-0. That is correct. We, for the third game in a row, couldn't score a goal. And with 26 shots and 14 on target, it finished 0-0. Henderson on a 9.1. 9.1. Talk about an FMing. We copped it bad here. Absolutely horrendously. We then look like we're going to get dinged by Celtic because we're 2-0 down in the Champions League. I went to the 4-2-3-1 in this game after starting 4-3-3, and we absolutely dominated and got back into it. As you can see, Celtic having so much of the ball, I don't understand. Just out of nowhere, the Football Manager just goes, oh, this game here, you're not who you are. But Arsenal are a team that have got great footballers that are world class that can do a job and should dominate most games. I just have to highlight the fact, though, if we look at the games that we've struggled in, right? Rotated against Sevilla, lost. Sort of rotated against Brighton, drew. Didn't really rotate against Bournemouth, went full strength, we copped it, so give that one. Rotated against Newcastle, lost. Didn't rotate against Palace. Rotated against Celtic, needed the full string boys to come off the bench and go 4-2-3-1 to win. What I'm trying to say is every time we look to rotate, we do not play well. When Ray is in net, we concede and we look shaky. When Tommy Ashley, Kiwar, Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, Ethan, Trossard, Nketiah, all play, we can't keep the ball, we can't defend, we can't do nothing. So what I'm trying to say is that if we want to have a very good year, this starting 11 has to play week in, week out, every competition, you name it. I have a big game against Sevilla coming up in the group as well, which they're going to have to play after Manchester City. It's not part of the challenge, but it would definitely give you, the later stages. If I don't win this game and then we screw it away against Dynamo, we actually could miss out on getting through the group. And we're currently behind because of results against teams after being FM by Sevilla away in Spain. So they were better than me because the reserves played. Anyway, let's get into this game here because we got a double header. It is a full string side. Saliba's got a bit of a tight hamstring. We're going to play through it. We need to see a much improved performance here. Anfield is not a good place. I can tell you this. Because I'm a Liverpool fan. Anfield's not a good place for Arsenal. In real life, this game was not played not too long ago, and Liverpool should have won comfortably against Arsenal as they were the better team. Trent never should be hitting the bar. Let's have a look at Liverpool lining up in a 4-for-3 with Nunes, Salah, Diaz, McAllister, Thiago, Endo, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Trent, and Alisson. I will say on Football Manager, Endo and Thiago aren't like the greatest players in the world, so I would say that we have a superior midfield here today, even though in real life I think that's a lot closer of a battle, especially Thiago is a lot better in real life than he is on FM. Let's get into it. We've had 3 shots, 3 attack, 55% possession. Hopefully today's a day that we can start finishing some chances. If not, then, yeah, this is a must-win game here. When you start that well, we need to score. Nothing happened. If you tell me that we draw at Anfield, it's not the worst point. Robertson finds McAllister. Endo. Into Robertson. Back to Verge, who obviously is world class. Trent dropping inside. Might be playing inverted wing back, which I will not be using at Liverpool. Trent is much better as a fullback bombing on. Complete Salah. Mohamed Salah. Mistake. Jesus. Go, buddy. Keep going. Can he score? Becker makes a great one-on-one save. Of course he does. He's Alisson Becker. That has to go in the back of the net. Like, if we're going to win the league, we have to win this game of football, you feel. We feel like we have to beat Liverpool home and away if we're going to win the league this year. And Odegaard, backseat looking for Saliba, doesn't put enough on it. Especially after dropping points against Palace and, Bournemouth. Those are the games you can't drop because if you drop these games, you're still in and around. Anyway, Martinelli, Declan Rice, Odegaard. Gabriel can go and work it around Saliba. Rice again. Saka's with him. Ignored. Plays White. Well done. But unfortunately, the ball to Saka is cut off by Robertson. Here come Liverpool. It was very controlled possession here, but Liverpool on the break. Havertz wins it back. We look up for this, it has to be said. Martinelli, though, what are you doing? Heads it straight to Joe Gomez. Just free as a bird, I'm going to give it straight back to Liverpool. Weird highlight, this one, because we're in complete control, and we give it back to Liverpool twice now. Thiago now. Salah made a run and a half. He doesn't miss anything. There's the difference. Gabriel Jesus gets a chance, misses. Mohamed Salah gets one chance, goal. There's a difference. We're just not world-class enough to win the league. We're not world-class enough to win the league. If we don't win this game and we don't beat City, I do not see a world where we don't win the league. Where we win the league, apologies. This is all of a sudden going to turn into what should be only a 1 year and on to Aston Villa challenge into we might be here for 3 or 4 seasons, which is not good to do this in 40 seasons. 40 minutes played. We've had 51% of the ball and had 6 shots with 5 on target and not a goal. The goal-scoring barren run that we're on is continuing here at the moment. Mohamed Salah beating people. He is one of the world's best, and we're 2-0 down. If you look at the stats here at halftime, we've been arguably slightly the better side, and we are going to be 2-0 down to Liverpool, and Mohamed Salah has scored again. 6 shots, 5 on target, 53% possession, not 1 goal. Just kind of summing up our year as this keeps happening every single time. This has happened a lot this year. I don't know if it's the tactics, because every time I go 4-2-3-1, we look good. I'll go 4-2-3-1 here right now, and what the balance of what's happening this season will look amazing. I'll start 4-2-3-1 against Manchester City. We'll get pumped 8-0 something. It's ridiculous. Nothing works. I don't understand why nothing's working. We're going to the 4-2-3-1 because we have to chase the game. Havertz coming out for Thomas Partey. Everything else can stay as it is. Zinchenko's actually going to go on the complete wing-back on attack. And Tomiyasu is going to go wing-back on support on this side. Going to do that, I think. Trossard for Martinelli as well. And Ketty up front for Jesus, who missed that massive chance to put us 1-0 up. We're going to find a moment. You had to have a shot in the system too. Time is ticking. And ticking. Nah, all she wrote, we've lost this one. Unfortunate. Nothing is happening. Look at this. Domination here. Look at this. We've been much the better team. Come on, game. Alright, Zinchenko's going to call off for Kiewel before he does an injury. Same with Saliba. We don't have enough people on the bench and it's only 1 change. Okay. We'll leave it. It's kind of me saying this game's over. Have a look at this. We're going to be 6th at the end of this. That's how horrid our run of form has been. Not even a goal. We've had 10 shots, 7 and more XG than Liverpool, and we're going to lose 2-0. There we go. We dominated the game. We on match momentum and on the stats, we were the better side. And yet again, we lost another game of football. Yet again, we've lost another game of football. The season's over. We're not winning the league this year. You can already write it off. I'll see you guys for Man City just in case we beat them. But yeah, this is all she wrote. Unfortunately, this is all she wrote. Let's have a look at the data hub. As you can see, we should be currently second at the moment. We're 3 goals under. We're under the XGA and we're under in points. And we currently should be second on the table. And we're currently sitting in 5th. Manchester City in a must-win game if we're going to win the league. If you're looking at the table, by the way, I know Forest have got 2 games in hand on everyone, but they currently sit second. So go on, Nottingham Forest. Go on and get European football. If we don't win this game, we could fall outside the top 7. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird time here at the moment with the clubs. But yeah, this is a game that we have to win, get closer to City, keep our title hypes alive. If we lose this game, we're already going to be 8 points back. City don't drop many games throughout a season. I don't see a world where we're going to win the league if we lose this game of football. I am going to play the same systems. Zinchenko picked up an injury, but, you know, I kind of need him to play. It's a bit of a weird one. You know, he got injured, unfortunately, playing European football. You know, if I'm looking at the data hub, is it the system's fault or are we just being FM too much? You know, if you look at the data hub, we actually scored the goals that we're meant to, and we're actually meant to concede slightly less than what we're meant to. You know, we would be in and around Manchester City. I don't even know what we're going to do. Look, that's the team. Kiwa has to come in. I don't know. There's part of me that's like, if I don't win this game of football, I think I'm going to have to go into the Wrexham 4-2-3-1 because we know it's an aggressive attacking system. And, you know, against some of the weaker teams that are coming up, like Luton, Sheffield, etc., just let the boys go out there, play it, learn it, and then just go, that's the system you guys are playing, off we go. De Bruyne with a ball into Rodrigo and or Rodri, and we're 1-0 down because Ramsdale doesn't know how to jump. 5 minutes in, we beat Manchester City in the Cabaret Cabaret Cup in the Community Shield, but we're 1-0 down after 5 minutes at the Emirates. Ramsdale nowhere near it. Header and a goal. There we go. I think the system is cooked. It's sad because the system had so much promise. You saw the Wolves game, you saw the movement, you saw the team, you know, the boys getting into half spaces and developing the system, and it's looked good. I've logged on the Football Manager today after last night, and we have not looked like playing any sort of the football that we played yesterday. I actually think the team played better when they didn't know how to play the system than what they do when they learnt the system, which makes no sense. Anyway, Edison now with the ball in the Guardiola. This is a world-class Man City side. I'll normally go through the team and explain what I would do with Man City, but I'm that annoyed right now. I've been live for 3 hours and 30 minutes and witnessed us lose the title already this season. And that's another chance that goes begging for Manchester City. And they've started really, really well here. We haven't. I like the Liverpool game. We're at Anfield. We looked amazing. This game here, we don't look good. Here we go. 33 minutes played. We're yet to have a shot. All right. I'm about to move 4-2-3-1 after this. Rafinha, who they bought from Barcelona. Nice signing. Kiwa's ball in. Haaland's there. 2-0 down. All right. Never, ever, ever trying to create a system that makes sense ever again. Never going to try and create a system that makes sense ever again. Everything has to be 4-2-3-1, Gergen pressing, and that's what you have to do to win at Football Manager these days. You can't do anything else. Party's on for Havertz, Declan Rice on the other side. Bang. Off we go. Let's see if we create something in a 4-2-3-1 now. We've had a shot finally. We're 2-0 down in a game we must win. That's what I hate. You know, FM's meant to be a system where, you know, a thing where you can be creative and create systems and off you go. And now this is turning into a rant. We don't have that. Well, we don't have that. We don't have, you know, a system, or, you know, you can play multiple systems. If you don't play this way, you don't win games of football. It's as simple as that. I've had to make changes here because people were dead, and I've got to look forward to the rest of the season here and finishing top 4 to save my job. Here we go. 2-0 down. Only had one shot. I know it's Manchester City, so you cop it. They are world class, but you expect a lot better when you're Arsenal. Expect a lot better when you beat them in the Community Shield. Expect a lot better when you've been, you know, a system that's looked so good yesterday that looks so poor today. City knock it around again. Just don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's a great ball from Edison. Can we win that? No, we don't get on Rafinha's touch, and Zinchenko out of position for whatever reason. He decided to overcommit as well. Only because we're playing City, you run like a headless chicken. 3-0 down. Calvin Phillips. This is over. Oh, my God. All right, I can already tell you right now that we're going to extend it from 40 to 50 seasons because we're not going to win the league with Arsenal anytime soon. We've been absolutely dominated at home, fisted. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What system would you use if you're the Arsenal manager? What system? A 4-3-3 is what should work, but apparently not. We score through Trossard in a deflected effort. It's actually going to be credited as a Guardiola assist own goal, but yeah. We're terrible against small teams too. My stream saying, it's only the big teams you're terrible against. Well, we drew 0-0 to Palace and we had 30-something shots and 3 XG. De Bruyne whips one. Mateus Nunes. Just no one's defended well. If I'm going to play this system, I need a right back that can bum on. I need probably a better defensive midfielder. I need a world-class striker that's going to get goals. We don't have any of that. We lose 3-1. We lose to Liverpool and to Manchester City. The season is over, and that is all she wrote. So in terms of next episode here, because this is so heavily invested in being about the league, I think what we're going to do... I've started clicking random shit here too. That's not good. Oh my God. All right. My views have been weird today too. Like every time we go to view like the team, everything's spinning around. It's making no sense. Like every time I go to tactics and my team being in order, it's all messed up. Every time I go to click here, it's not giving me the spaces of each month. Next episode. Look, I'm going to come back in January, which I know is a long way away for Spurs and Chelsea because it's the 2 London derbies. Hopefully we've gone on a run. For us to be in any sort of title hunt, we have to beat Burnley, Luton, Sheffield, Villa, Everton, Man United, and Fulham. We have to go on a run. We have to win all those games of football. We also have to make sure we beat Sevilla in our next game in the Champions League, hence why I started taking people off in the last game. I'll start giving... This might be a season where we focus on the Champions League because look at the season. 13 games played. Liverpool have only played 11. 22 points. Liverpool are about to go win their 2 games in hand and get pretty close to City. Season's cooked after 13 games. You can't win the title in 13 games, but you can lose it, and we've already lost it. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Catch you later, and goodbye. Disgrace.